I went for this 5 days camping trip in the jungle where I did not use phone at all. It was like a dopamine detox, and I had 5 days to survive in the jungle. We had to build tents and we stayed there, and there was this one night where it started raining and our entire tent was flooded. So during the entire night I did not sleep at all. More on this camping story like maybe in the next video or something. But basically my point here is it feels good to look at charts again. It feels kind of weird to look at charts again because for 5 days, all I've been seeing is trees and grass, and I had to literally dig a hole just for me to shit in. So it feels kind of good, but it feels kind of weird to look at the charts again. So forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty on my trading today. Honestly, it's been like very long since I've traded because I've just been like so busy with life and all that bullshit, right? But a lot of things have been going on during the past few weeks. The stock market has went to shit, the stock market has collapsed. So I wanted to give you guys like a little update on like how I would trade for the upcoming weeks, right? Like how I will approach my trading for the next few weeks, and like my analysis on the currency pairs that I'm looking at. So firstly, maybe let's start off with looking like at like the most like basic currency pair, your baby Euro USD. Okay, so let's look at Euro USD. So as we all know, Euro USD has been going down during this like entire year, right? For one entire year, it has just been like collapsing in a downtrend, going down. So I can draw like a little nice trend line like right around this area here. And you can see right now, price is just broken past the trend line. And there is a very strong like support level or psychological level at this like $1 flat. Because if you recall in all the other previous Unfiltered Trading episodes, Euro USD has been at the $1 flat for like months now. If you look at like the previous Unfiltered Trading episode or like the last few Unfiltered Trading episodes, you will see that Euro USD has just been consolidating at the $1 flat, right? It doesn't know whether it should go down or go up. And you can see price went all the way down here to the 0.956 level last month, right? Or rather last month. And then now it has managed to like rebound back up here. Okay, so at this point of time, I'm looking at a few things, right? So I've drawn like this major support area right here, and I can draw another like support area right here, demand, whatever you like to call it. And right now you can see the higher time frame has been showing us lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Very, very beautiful downtrend. But the thing is, if you go down to like maybe the 4-hour time frame, you will see that price is actually making a uptrend, like a counter trend, right? Like you can see right here, because price is creating your higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. So right now price might be creating a new higher high, higher low, higher high and higher low, and it may look something like this. God damn, why is my lip so dry? It's like cracking right now. Yep, so what do you do in this case when the lower time frame is showing you that price is in an uptrend, but then the higher time frame is showing you that price is in a downtrend? What should you do in this case? I remember I made a video on this, so you guys should know what to do, right? My advice for you would be to wait for like the shorter term trend to line up with the overall trend, right? To line up the overall trend first, because right now you never know, at any point of time the higher time frame trend, which is the downtrend, can always wipe you out, and you can just like continue to go down, create more lower highs and lower lows. So how I will approach this is that if I want to enter for a buy position to trade this uptrend, right, I'm gonna wait for some sort of sign that show me that the market has broken structure. Because if you go to the daily time frame, price is just still creating your lower highs, low lows, lower high and low low. And where's the previous lower high? This is the last lower high right here, right? This is the last lower high, and I'm waiting for price to break through the last lower high, which is this area right here. And that's what price did, right? Price broke through the last lower high right here, but it still went back down. Okay, it still went back down. So what I want to see is to see price break this like last lower high, come back down to retest it, to create a new higher low. Then this is when I can potentially look to enter for a buy position. And if I enter for a buy here, I'll be placing my stop loss like below this area right here. And then my take profit will all the way be up at the next resistance area, which is this area right here, somewhere right around here. Because if you look towards the left, this was the previous last lower high. So that is where I'll take profit. So this would be like a pretty nice sniper entry if this happens, right? If price actually break past the last last lower high and actually create a new higher low right here. Remember, you guys always gotta be patient. You do not want to enter when price is in the middle of nowhere, just like this. Okay, price is in the middle of nowhere. Price has already made this huge move. If you enter for a buy here, where should your stop loss be? All the way down here. And you can see like it's just not worth it anymore. So I will recommend you to wait for some sort of confluence and wait for price to get to a key level before you actually enter for the trade. Next, let's look at gold. So as you can see, gold has been creating your triple bottom, right? You can see right here, first bottom, second bottom, and third bottom. For 3 times, it failed to break past this major support area or demand area. So what do you think is gonna happen? After it rejected this level 3 times and now it gave us this huge green candlestick, huge bullish candlestick, what do you think is gonna happen? It's very, very obvious. You can see there's a lot of buying pressure, a lot of buying volume at this support area. So next week, I'm expecting price of gold to maybe pump up to around this area here, this 1720. Or what gold can even do is that gold can like pull back a little bit, or this can be a fake out and price can go back down into this like major consolidation around there, right? So basically right now you can draw another like area right around this area here. So let me just remove this area right here. So you can see they can draw another like resistance area right here. And right now, gold is at this like major resistance area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits, go reject and head back down. So for 5 times, price failed to break past this this resistance level. So in this case, right now, price can do 2 things, right? Price can reject this level and go back down. Or price can break past this level, retest, and go back up to this resistance level that we have drawn right here. And if you remember, I did not ask you to enter right here because remember, you want to get a nice entry. You want to get the best entry possible with like the tightest stop loss, which means that you want to time your entries properly. You cannot be entering the trade too late. If you enter right here, it's way too late because price has already made this like giant huge move right here. So if you enter right here, it's way too late and you are just like FOMOing right now. If you enter right here, see, if you enter right here, your stop loss must be right here. And you can see it's just way too late. So my advice for you would be to be patient, to wait, to get an optimum entry. Trading is not about like trying to take as many trades as possible. Trading is somewhat like similar to fishing. You throw the bait and you wait for the bait to get eaten. I don't know how fishing works. But that's a pretty good analogy. You are patient enough to sit there to wait for the fish to take that bait. You can't be like throwing like 10 baits all into the ocean and expect like the fish to eat it like in the next 1 minute or something, right? No, you have to be patient to wait until the fish eat it. Then that's how you can get your fruits. I don't even know what the hell am I talking about. But I hope that that's a good analogy. Yup, so basically trading is all about being patient because remember, if I have one advice to give you, it'll be to be patient, to wait for the perfect trade setup, then take that trade. Do not trade just because you see like there is like a giant candlestick like this and then you just like quickly enter for a buy like right here, and then the next thing you know, price like go down and retrace a little bit, and then you get kind of scared like, oh no, price is going to my stop loss, and then you get out of the trade right here just to see the trade go in your way. That is a shitty feeling, and that has happened to me so many goddamn times, and I'm pretty sure it has happened to you so many goddamn times. Why does it happen? It happens because we do not time our entries properly. Yes, correct, you cannot time your entry like perfectly every single time, but what you can do is to be patient and wait to get as many confluence as you can, and be patient to have your like the best trade setup that you can possibly take, and then take that trade and not just trade randomly like a stupid fucking idiot. Next, let's look at the stock market. So as you know, the stock market has collapsed, right? It has collapsed, and I kind of like predicted it. I posted like a Instagram story like 1 month ago or 2 months ago. I can't really remember, but I literally warned you guys that dark times are coming, and you have to be aware. I knew that the stock market was about to collapse. I predicted that the stock market was about to collapse because I saw this like beautiful evening star being formed on like the freaking US 30. I remember going to the weekly time frame, and then I see this freaking evening star being formed right here, and I knew that dark times were coming. I knew that the stock market had to collapse because this is an evening star on a weekly time frame. And if you know, candlestick patterns on the weekly time frame are super duper strong. So this was one confluence that showed me that the stock market was about to collapse. The second confluence was that once price created this, you know what price is showing us? Price is showing us your lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows. And what structure is that? That's a downtrend market structure. And you can see right now, price has given us another new lower low, and it has potentially like come up here to maybe even create a new lower high before going down even further. So I saw all these signs lining up, and my gut told me that the stock market is about to collapse. So what I did was that I sold all my stocks. So I sold all my Tesla stocks at like somewhere right around here at like the peak here before the entire Tesla stock has collapsed because the market was trash. The economy was shit. I firmly believe in the future of Tesla. That's why I invested into it. And I was like planning to hold for 5 years. So why did I sold it? Because I know that it's a good stock, but at the same time, every single like US stock is kind of like correlated with the stock market. Wrong, actually not every single US stock. Tesla stock is correlated with like the US stock market. So if the US stock market is going down, Tesla is going to go down also. And I knew that, I have to sell that shit. I have to sell that shit because like, if the US stock market is going to collapse, Tesla is going to collapse no matter how good of a company it is. And I trusted my gut, and I sold all of it. I literally sold all of my Tesla stocks. And when I sold all my Tesla stocks, my heart hurts like hell because I've been holding that shit for like 1 or 2 years or something. And like I sold like maybe like somewhere right around here, and immediately after I sold, like the Tesla price went up even higher, and I fucking like hated it. Which brings me to my next point. Don't try to time the market perfectly. Remember that time in the market always beats timing the market. So I'm definitely looking to like get invested somewhere when like I start seeing signs of recovery. I start seeing signs that show me that price is going to recover. Then that is when I will start like maybe dollar cost averaging and buying more stocks. But for now, I believe that cash is king, and I would just like to like stay and just hold as much cash as possible so that when the opportunity do present itself, I'm gonna deploy the motherfucking cash. Make it rain, baby. Welcome to the Unfiltered Section. Success leads to failure. Let's say that you have achieved a little bit of success in life. Let's say that you start making money from trading and you start actually becoming a consistently profitable trader. You probably would not realize this, but subconsciously, you will stop working as hard. You will start becoming a little bit less like disciplined. You will start thinking that you are the best in the world, and you start taking trades where you're not supposed to take, and you expect the trades to go in your way. This will lead to your downfall. The moment you start thinking that you are the best trader in the world, the moment you start thinking that you are the best at what you do, that is what will lead you to your downfall. It is your complacency. I realize that there is so many times where I start to get complacent, and that is when I start losing money because of my ego telling me that, you know what, Brad, you have won the last 10 trades. You will definitely win this one trade next. And I start taking trades that does not line up with my trading plan. It was just like some shitty trade, do the FOMO like, oh my god, look, price is like going up, so I'm gonna buy right now. And then bam, oh, pew, and I lost a shit ton of money. That is exactly why you cannot be complacent. The more successful you become, the harder you should work. Believe it or not, the more successful you become, the harder you should work. A lot of us, when we become more successful, we start taking our foot like off the pedal. Like we start working less hard, and we start like feeling a little bit of complacency and trying to like relax and take more time out for ourselves. Like go get our dream vacation, get our dream car, our dream house, whatever, and then start like living like a somewhat like comfortable life. And I realized that is literally what I'm doing right now. For the last few months, I've been making so much fucking money, more money than people earn in a year. And I make that in like a month. So I start to get a little bit of complacent. I start to like being less disciplined. Like nowadays, I don't really feel like as much motivation to make these videos compared to when I just started. When there was only like 100 people watching my videos, I was so fucking motivated to make these videos because I know that one day I'll become successful. Because I know that one day I'll become a successful YouTuber. And right now, I have like somewhat becoming like a somewhat successful YouTuber. And I'm feeling a little bit like cocky. I'm feeling a little bit complacent. And I realized like my mistake today. I was being complacent. I was taking my foot off my pedal. And obviously, once I start doing that, the amount of views I get like just drops. Like, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys. Last week, I forgot to upload like 2 videos. So I uploaded just like 1 video. And as expected, my views dropped. I was careless, right? Like I was supposed to schedule 2 videos last week, but I scheduled 1, and then for the other video, I scheduled on the wrong date. I did not bother to check. I was being complacent. I was being foolish, and I hope that you do not make my mistake. Remember, the more successful you become, the harder you should work. It is time for you to double down on your effort. Once you start seeing your consistent profits, it is time for you to become more disciplined and trade better. Not to fucking enjoy your life and fly to like Thailand immediately after you make your first $10,000 per month. No, don't do that. Don't think that you are like the most successful motherfucker out there. Because trust me when I say that, the moment you start thinking that and you start taking your foot off the pedal, there is one little motherfucker out there that is willing to work harder than you, that is more disciplined than you, who will take over you. Let's say that both of you are in a race. He will literally surpass you because you start like taking a break. Because you start taking a break and you're just chilling, tying your shoelace, drinking water, drinking your freaking popsicle, and then you will see your competitor just like freaking running past you. Why did I just give you that story? Because that was exactly what happened to me. I was running a 2.4 kilometer like race, and then with like hundreds of men, and like my goal was to like try to overtake as many men as possible, so that eventually I can have reach like a 11-minute timing. And while running, so the goal was to run like 6 rounds. 6 rounds is the total of 2.4 kilometer, right? So run 6 rounds, and at like the 5th round, my shoelace got untied. My shoelace got fucking untied, and I was being a pussy, so I was like scared that I would trip over. So I like literally stopped and tied my shoelace on the 5th round. And the moment I stopped and tied my shoelace, guess what happened? Another man took over me. Another man overtook me. And then my timing was 12 minutes instead of 11 minutes. Because I stopped and tied my freaking shoelace. What a pitiful thing that is. Here's another example. You know when you first start going to the gym, and then you feel like super motivated to go to the gym because like you want to either lose weight or put on muscle, right? So you feel super motivated and you do like the workout, and the workout seems like a little bit scary. Like you actually feel a little bit scared to go to the gym because you know that it's gonna be super tough. But then now you have been going to the gym for 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, 5 years, whatever. And right now going to the gym doesn't seem as hard anymore. Admit it. Going to the gym now just seems like a habit. It's no longer something that you need the discipline to do. It's like a habit right now. Like just go every week, lift the same amount of weights, the same weights, and every week just pass. And now when you're trading, you don't feel sore anymore. Are you okay with that? You are not progressive overloading. Right now, you might think that just because you lost a little bit of weight or put on a little bit of muscle, you stop working as hard as you do when you first started going to the gym. Tell me that isn't true, because that is true for me. When I first started going to the gym, I was like hitting hard weights, bro. I was just like lifting heavy weights and like going to the gym 3 times per week, 4 times per week even. And right now, I'm only going like 2 times per week. And I'm slacking on my diet, eating junk food, not taking enough protein. And my workout seems like relatively easy now. And I'm not progressive overloading. I'm not lifting heavy weights to shock the muscles. That is complacency. As your tribe leader, I felt obligated to inform you guys, to tell you guys that I've been complacent so that you can learn from my mistake. So that when you achieve a little bit of success in life, your physical health, mental health, relationships, whatever, you don't become complacent. You actually keep on moving forward, even though you start seeing like a lot of money in your bank account, even though you put on a lot of muscle and you have achieved like your dream body. But then you keep going. And eventually, after you keep going for a while, you will see like more and more like money, like everything just compounds and like it's like a snowball effect. Remember like the exponential curve that I drew for you guys in like one of the Unfiltered Trading episodes? I told you that success is like an exponential curve. So it looked like this, right? And right now, let's say that right now you're maybe like somewhere right around here where you see a little bit of success. You see a little bit of success like somewhere right around here. If you give up right here, if you like take your foot off the pedal, if you become complacent and stop working as hard as you used to, guess what? You stop right here. You won't be able to realize the shoot up, like this shoot up effect thing. You won't be able to reap the more rewards. If you keep going and you keep working as hard as you used to, then you will start seeing more and more money, more and more rewards to your life. That is what I mean when I say that do not get complacent. Ego is the enemy. Success leads to failure. Once you start becoming complacent, that will inevitably lead to your downfall. This is a very important message, not just for you, but for myself. I made this video to kind of remind myself of who I am. I'm not up there yet. I'm just a regular human being making these videos for you guys and trying to educate as many traders as possible, trying to become the best version of myself. And I'm not the best version of myself yet. I know that I can do more. I know that I can impact more people's lives. I know that I can change more people's lives. So this is a reminder to myself that I hereby declare that I will keep on making more videos, that I will be disciplined not just in my trading but also on YouTube, and I will try my best to change as many lives as possible, and only then will I be done. I will not stop when I'm tired. I will stop when I'm done. Remember, you're just one trade away. Mwah.